Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of my Great Bear Island Region Guide videos. Today, we're going to be going over Desolation Point, which I believe is the next one that was added after Coastal Highway. And we're going to try to continue like that. That sounds like an interesting plan. We'll see how it goes. So, let's get started. All right, welcome in. Actually, I'm going to turn this down. I just noticed it's a little loud because the wind is really blowing. That should be hopefully a little bit better. Okay, so what we're going to do today is, well, let me show you the map. And I got to tell you, this is a small region, so it's probably not going to take that long to go through this here. But I'm going to show you something that I like to do. And I talked to quite a few people, here and there on Twitch and on YouTube, and they're all talking about Desolation Point, like how they don't like it and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, personally, some of my longest and best runs have started from Desolation Point, so I really kind of like the map a lot. I got to tell you my strategy. There's two places you can spawn in this map now. The one is right over here, right by the entrance, and the other one is on Little Island over here. Personally, I think Little Island is the best spawn because you're right there. Hibernia is right there, and the Ricken is right there. If you're spawning on Interloper or something like that, it's a great spawn. You go right to Hibernia, you can get matches right there. And then what I do from there is I'll walk over and I'll go to the other mine, and I'll come back out the other side, back here again, and I'll do the church, and then I'll do the lighthouse, and then I'll leave. By then, usually I'm kind of tired. Either I'm tired, I'll sleep. But I don't usually go and check out some of the other things here. Actually, let me just get started. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is where one of the spawn places, and this is at the entrance. So we're going to walk down, and I'm going to give you... Now, down here is a rope climb. You need a rope, obviously, to attach it. But I'll be honest with you, it's not even worth taking the rope here. All it does is drop you off right here, where we're going to go down, and we're going to end up right out here. So it's like you're not really saving anything for the most part. So we're going to walk down here. Actually, we're going to sprint a little bit and get there a little bit faster. There's nothing here to speak of any significance. So now with the new wildlife refresh, I noticed a difference in the wolf spawns here. Down here, right as you walk out, there's sometimes I find a wolf right over here, and there never used to be in the past. But I find that I have been accosted by a wolf in this area. I think he kind of either hangs out down here or he hangs out right up in there. I'm not really sure, but I've run into him a couple of times coming through here, and I never have in the past. So that must be one of the changes that they made. So we're going to go through some of these POIs in turn, and I'll give you a brief tour of what I know of this map, which is, like I say, it's not a whole lot. But this is a map where you can spawn in, and it has opportunity to get some tools that you'll need. It has the biggest opportunity to get very early coal, especially for interloper players. You get your coal almost immediately, which is very nice. You get matches right away, and they're not that far away. So I think as an interloper spawn, it's actually pretty good. Like I say, if you don't, some people want that hammer right away. I, for one, like the other tools better. I like to get a better head start that way, and some people prefer HRV for that. It's Hush River Valley, which we'll cover eventually. So, up here is a special place. You might want to go up there and check it out, and it's called Katie's Secluded Corner. I'm not going to go up there because there's loot up there, and I don't like to spoil too much loot. I'm just trying to show you a tour, give you a tour. Now, there's one bear spawn on this map and 2 moose spawns on this map. I'll show you where they are. This map also has a good amount of wolves on it. I'll kind of show you where they are too as we walk through. This map also has beach combing, okay, and it also has salt deposits because it is a coastal region. And what they did, the devs put salt deposits on all the coastal regions, including some of the mines that you go through. Okay, so this is, let me just show you on the map where we are. We are right over here. We're following the ice and we're coming along this way. And we're going to go eventually come into this area. And I'll show you a little island. To me, that's one of the best spawn spots in this map. If you spawn there, it's a good one. Spawning over there by the exit, you might think it's good because it's by the exit, but you have to go through the mine. We don't have any light source. I'm talking about if you're on Interloper, of course. You might have a light source in playing with other difficulty modes. So there's the lighthouse. Now, over here, I'll show you something as well. You can actually go up to here, up to this bridge. You don't actually have to go down the street and then down this long path and up here. You can actually go right here. What you do is you find your way up here and you get as high as you can. You walk out onto this rock right here. Actually, they have a point. Go onto this rock and you kind of follow it along the edge and you kind of go up there. And when you get up to as high as you can go, you kind of go walk across this ledge right here. And then you kind of shimmy your way up and you can go right up. Yep, that's how you get up there. Alright, so let's move on. Now, over in this area is definitely where you probably will encounter wolves. You also might encounter a bear over here. Excuse me. Now, there's one other thing I want to point out. Once we get over in that area, I want to point it out to you. Very important point. Because it caught me by surprise in one of my other Eloper runs. I'll show you in a minute. Over there. Oh, by the way. This rock right here is a moose spawn. He could spawn on top of this rock. That's moose spawn number 1. The other moose spawn is up on the bridge up here. Now, if you're coming, if the moose is on the bridge, now this happened to me more than once. If the moose is on the bridge, if you approach this truck, this is called a match truck, by the way. If you approach this truck, he will automatically, even though he's up there, see? He will automatically see you. And he just did it to me again. So the moose is up there. And now he's running after me. So you see what I was saying? Now I'm on Pilgrim. And he still saw me and detected me. So when you go over by that bridge, make sure the moose is not there. And you may get stomped. Anyway, moving right along. This is the Ricken. There's some surprise things in there for new players that don't know, that don't really know the maps or have seen it. I'm not going to give it away, but there's something in there you might need. And if you look at one of my recent videos, you'll know what I'm talking about. This is Hibernia. This is like a kind of like a fish packing plant. We're not going to go in it. It's a spoiler. We're going to go just around it. Now I'm going to show you another area. This is so when I spawn on Little Island, the first thing I do is walk along this ridge and try to get sticks and stones. Usually there's some sticks and sometimes cedar over here. And then I'll come over here and go into this place. Now this place has what you need, especially for interloper players. In there, you just have to kind of search around. And then once I do that, now I tend to get out of here, loot and scoot, I call it. So loot all the main areas and get out of here and make my way to Coastal Highway, because there's no cattails on this map, which is really strange. There's no cattails on this map. So, like, food is, if you play an interloper, you only get what you scavenge in the buildings. So you might want to just get the loot, get, like, tools and things, and get out of here. And get the coal. Make sure you don't leave until you get the coal and a possible fire striker in here as well. I'll give you some clues. Now, I can't go down the road because the moose is there. But the moose is on the bridge over there. So, but we can go down here, and I'm going to show you where the one and only bear spawn is over here. If he's not out, I'll show you where his cave is. Now, actually, I can go up there. He'll run away. I am on Pilgrim, so if he is here, he'll run away from me. I want to show you where the bear cave is, in case you come up here. There's a wolf. Now, the bear cave is up right over here on the left-hand side. So the bear cave is here. The bear comes out and he walks over a little over here, and then he'll walk down the road, and then he'll cut down right over there by Hibernia, and then he'll come around this way. So if you're down in this area, on the ice area, be careful. He might see you, or you might see him, or he might see you first. I don't know if you're not paying attention. But yes, so that's one of the things to look out for. Alright, so I can't, see, there's Mr. Bear right there, actually. Alright, so let's go down this way, and I'm going to show you, because I can't go by the moose. The moose could stop me even on Pilgrim, so I want to go around him, you know, a little bit. We'll just go this way, and we'll go around him a bit. And I'm going to probably make it back up to the road area. Oh, so don't go too close to the ice here, but obviously, we got to go kind of... Well, actually, you can go on the edge, but... So so you can beachcomb here, and you can get salt deposits here. Like I said, I showed you the 2 moose spawns. I showed you the bear spawn. Now, we're going to see if we can head up this way. Well, the moose is over here. We've got to go beyond the Ricken. So we're going to try to make our way up to the road from over here, past the bridge. Yeah, it was funny. I spawned in. Matter of fact, it was just spawn. I did my usual routine. I came over here and I wanted to go loot the truck over there. And that's what happened. The moose saw me and he actually ran after me. I just barely made it into the Ricken, right over there. The ship, I just barely made it there. To go inside. So there's a cave. Actually, it's past Hibernia, down on the left. There's a cave. Scruffy the wolf could live in there. It's a random spawn. He's not always there, but he could be there. there used to be like it was, I don't know, worthwhile to go in there to get loot and possible bedroll. I'll be honest with you, I don't go in there anymore. I ever. I come in here, I do the main POIs, and then I just leave. So I'm going to come up over here. I should be able to go up on the road up here. See, there's Mr. Moose right there. If I go that way, he'll see me as well. Well, maybe he won't. I could probably sneak. Or just, I'll just try crouching and sneaking. I should be able to get by him if I do this. I want to show you up this area, and then we're like almost done. I mean, this map is very small. Okay, we should be good now. Let me show you where we are on the map. We're right over here. Yeah, we're right over here. It doesn't show it on the map, but this is the path right around here. I'm going to go up here to, there's some rabbits up here, and there's some deer, and some deer carcasses up here too. There's a pretty decent amount of mushrooms, there's a decent amount of rose hips and stuff to be had. But like I say, there's no cattails. So I'm not going to go in there, but I recommend you go in there and check it out. And we're just about done. I'm going to show you something else. The mine that goes over there, there's an entrance by Hibernia. You go into the mine, and the mine is a loop. What it does is it basically goes under all these mountains, and then it comes out over here. Now, if you're in this region and you want to get from one side to the next, I recommend going that way because there's no wolves in the mine, and also, there's wolf tracks here. Might be a wolf down here. Remember I told you he hangs out down here? Matter of fact, I hear him. I think I hear him. He's definitely down there, though. Yeah, you can hear him. He's chewing on a rabbit or something. Anyway, so going up here is another way to get out, and this actually takes you to the mine shaft. And like I say, the mine goes from one end to the other. It goes from here to over here. See it? So it's kind of like goes under the mountains and then comes out here. So you can avoid the road altogether. And the road is really dangerous in this region. There's wolves like the road in this region because it's so small. But that's pretty much it, guys. There's not really that much here. There's like, some good POIs. I would recommend making sure go to every single one of them and loot them. There's some decent loot in them. There's also, like I say, there's definitely guaranteed coal in that mine. There's a possible tool or two in that mine as well. It's random, but I usually find pretty good luck finding something in there. So, I'll show you up here. This is where the exit is again. Alright. So, we started over here. We went down the road a little bit. We went over here. We went down on the ice. And we checked out the lighthouse. I showed you how to go up there. I checked out Little Island, which is the second spawn location on this map. Now, if you're playing lower difficulties, you might actually spawn somewhere around here too, if I'm not mistaken. But normally, right here and right here are the two spawns that I usually always spawn at. Make sure you check out this area, and you can go up here and check out these caves over here. But as you can see, it's pretty much just this. So, like, I could do a tour really quickly with you guys. So, again, one bear spawn up here, two moose spawn, one on that little rock over, one on that rock, and one over on the bridge above the match truck. And yeah, oh, make sure you also check out when you come over here. Check out that area I told you in the very beginning. You might find something decent up there. Okay, which is right up here, Katie's Secluded Corner. Go check that out. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell if you'd like to be notified. And I'm already in process of working on some other things. I've also put out another video for my tutorial series on crafting and things like that, which I did the weapons and tools the other day. I'll probably do another one in a couple of days. I'll have to go back to work this weekend, so we'll have to see how much time I have. Anyway, thank you again for watching. I appreciate it, and you all have a good day. Take care.